Wake up, wake up, wake up. Get up. It is time to wake up. Get ready for the weekend shift. You took your trades. You learned something. You made money or you lost money. Wake up. It's time to go over the price and see what's going on in the market. Wake them up. Wake them up. Wake them up. Get up. What is going on? How you guys doing out there? You guys are awake. Anybody to this week? Very interesting. The market pretty much did nothing all week long. Yes, there were some good trades. Some people put themselves in some good positions, but overall, the market did diddly squat. Okay, it did nothing. Trading sideways, waiting for Jackson Hole, which was a huge letdown. I am super excited. This is the wake up call with me, the Strat Soldier, getting ready for the weekend shift where I go over the entire market in what's going in just an hour. Okay, I talked to the advanced stratters, the simple stratters, the brand new stratters, and they don't even know what the strat is. I talked to all of them. And that happens at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which is in a half an hour. So I'm clicking on charts to get some things ready, setting some things up. And what do we got out here? Oh, we got all kind of people out here. We got empowerment assets out here. Man, anybody wants to get on the mic, go ahead, get on the mic and say good morning. Let me know what kind of trades you took. And if you watched the weekend shift bonus vid last week, or no, it was this week because I did it on Monday. You had empowerment assets out there giving us the strat, or excuse me, the market news for the strat, because we don't necessarily we don't trade the news, but at the same time, been doing my podcast in force. I've been learning. You got to pay attention to the news. Okay, you do. And with TrendSpider, you get Benzinga news for free. So if you need a little help, you need a little bump to get TrendSpider, so you can get that TrendSpider news. It's right there on the charts. It's right there in a little widget. You can be looking at the charts and reading the news at the same damn time. At the same damn time. Uh, Hit me up. I'll get you a link. Get you 25% off on that TrendSpider. Good morning. Like I said, anybody wants to get on the mic, go ahead. But Empowerment Assets gave us the news. It was awesome. You had Ford going up on bad news. Them SUVs was catching on fire. Uh, though it is hilarious that the price was going up, take your Ford in, get your Ford Focus looked at, get your Ford Fusion looked at, get your lifted F450 looked at. All right, I don't want you driving down the street in your big ass truck and it's on fire. It catches on fire because you didn't want to pay attention to the news. You didn't want to pay attention to the news. So, man, I tell you what, SPY, Dow Jones, QQQ pretty much all did the same thing. Dow Jones had a pretty good day yesterday. It was 3-2 up, 3-2 to the upside. It was awesome for yesterday in Dow Jones, but SPY and QQQ did nothing but chop them up. If you watched my shorts, my YouTube shorts, I talked about how, everybody's just like, oh, buy calls. It's going to the highs. I know it is. And then the next 2 hours, it to the lows. And then the third hour comes in right at lunchtime, right back to the highs, chopping them up. I did nothing. And I'm proud to say that I did nothing. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not looking for some fair value gap, that's a gap that's not really there. I'm not looking for some volume capitulation, and I'm not looking for some kind of uh, you know diddly do, head and shoulders, you know, on a twerking on a handstand. I'm not looking for any of that crap. I'm looking for reversals, okay, based on time frame continuity and broadening formations, and it wasn't there, so I stayed out, and that's okay. You do have an inside day for Monday that we're going to use. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. This is the wake up call. Just getting everybody wake them up. Call, text a friend, wake them up. Say, get out of bed. It's if you're on Eastern Standard Time, it's 10:30. Get up, right? You know, worked all week. You worked hard all week on your 40-hour job, and then yeah, you got some extra sleep. It's okay to get some extra sleep, but it's also that's your time to do some weekend stuff. The pool's still open. Go to the pool. The pool is still open. All right. It's still pretty hot outside. Go to the pool. Have some fun. Wake up, but you can't do that after sleep until noon, right? You can't do that. Anybody want to get on the mic? I had some good. I am sitting in some trades. I did not take any profits on anything. I am sitting in Tesla, AMD, Dick's Sporting Goods, Ford. I did take a trade on Apple, and I stopped it out, and that was shares. All these positions I'm holding are with common shares, and I was in Apple for a little bit, and then I got out. I lost $4. That's right, $4 whole. Now I'm not talking them option dollars. All right, you see, you know, you people that talk about options, you better start talking about this stuff correctly, because you're like, oh, it's only a contract for $4, and you're not telling that newbie that's options talk for $400. that's that's $400, G. You better be ready. Talk about them right. Talk about them right. But anyway, I'm talking about actual $4 whole. I got stopped out for the same price as one of them monsters. You know what I mean? One of them Monster Zeros. No calories. This is not a commercial for Monster. I'm just saying it's the same dang price. $4. So, Ace all time highs. If you don't follow him, follow him. He's pretty good. But he was talking about bills. And when he trades, he's paying bills, and that's awesome. And I've said that before. I say that in my zero to trading ebook. I'm talking, if you're making the same amount of profit as, like, just say your electric bill, you can pay your electric bill off with the trades you made. Hey, that makes sense to me, right? Anybody want to get on the mic? Uh-oh, I got Will. I got Will. I will make it. I always say it backwards. I want to say will I make it? But I will make it. Had some calls on SPY, got stopped out, small loss. I know you're going to come back for that. I know you're going to come back from that, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good because you're here. And I don't know everything. I'm not some market wizard. I'm not some guru or nothing like that. But I do know what a buy and a sell looks like. And you took a position, it was a winner, and then it went down on you. You took and you cut for a small loss. All right. That's good. All right. Why? Because if you just would have held it and said it's coming back, it's going to come back, and eventually when you look at the chart, you're like, yes, it did come back. The last 3 hours of the day were pretty decent. You maybe you would have got your money back, but then what's that do for your trading psychology for the next time? Well, next time you take that trade, you're going to go, well, I'm just going to go and hold. I'm going to hold it and see if it comes back. I'm sure it'll come back, and then don't come back. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, if you break your rules, the next time you take that trade, you're gonna go, maybe I should break them this time. Maybe it'll work. Maybe if I break my rules again, maybe it's a bad rule. Maybe this rule needs to be adjusted. And now what are you doing? Now you're doubting. Now you're doubting the rules that you came up with when the market was closed in your brain, and was clear, and you could clearly see what was going on the charts. But now you got this live trade, and you're doubting your rules as you're trading. Come on now, come on now. I'm not saying you did that. I will make it. I'm just saying. Uh, I think you did a good job by taking that trade, and because you had the guts to do it. And I'm glad you cut that trade because it was a loser. Um, there's only two ways to blow up your account. One, trade without stops. Go ahead, trade without stops. Well, I don't want to get stopped out because I'm gonna get wicked out of this and that. Okay, don't trade with stops. Go ahead, trade without stops. Go ahead. The second one is averaging down on losing positions. You've been holding this losing position for 2 weeks now, and You have no evidence on any time frame that this thing's going to go back to where it was, or or resume the trend. All right, and you're just going to keep on holding it. Go ahead, and then you're going to average down on it. Okay, go ahead. Good luck. All right, that's how you're going to blow up your account. You're going to blow up your account by not using stops. You're going to blow up your account by averaging down on losing positions. I don't care what anybody says out there, and I, it's funny because when I say stuff like that and I put stuff out to help these younger traders, these new traders, I say younger traders, but new traders, um, or people that's only been doing it 1 or 2 years, or maybe 3 years, or that person that's in a drawdown and they don't know how to get out of it. And I tell them, don't stop averaging down on losers. Where's your stops at? There's always someone out there going. There's always someone that trades the strat even as well that goes, nah, man, average down on that thing. You good? Nah, man, you about to get paid. Just keep doing it. Just keep averaging down. Check it out. You're not Kathy Woods. Kathy Woods has the backers and the investment people to help her average down on them on her losing positions until it means nothing to her. That's not you. That's not you, player. That's not a bad thing. That's just not you. I want you to have the confidence to trade that I took this trade and this sucker worked. Or I took this trade, I got stopped out because the buyers said we got what we wanted and the sellers took over and you're like, I didn't have a trading plan to sell this thing and I'm not flipping my position because that's not what I'm here for. I'm taking this long. And I'd rather you sit and wait than just get wrecked trying to hoping it goes back to where you thought it was going to go. You know what I mean? But then, like I said, anyway, that's enough. That's enough of that. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Anybody want to get on the mic? This is the wake up call pre-show to the weekend shift. We're going to be live this morning, and we're going to go through the charts. Did anybody watch the Zeus trades? The Zeus trades weekend shift episode last week. That was awesome. That was a good episode. One thing I loved about that episode was you can replicate discipline, you can't replicate luck. That was awesome. That was a great quote. That needs to be on a coffee cup and a T-shirt and a billboard. All of them. Oh, I got some requests. Hold on. I didn't see the button. My bad. My bad. My bad. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Sorry. 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 I need to pay attention to my buttons. Go ahead. Welcome to the wake up call morning show. Go ahead.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody is doing well. I agree with Strat Shoulder. Last week was consolidation. If you had played on a smaller time frame, you did have opportunities to win into some trades, but a lot of things was just consolidating last week. I'm very disappointed in Powell's speech. He wasn't direct. He wasn't firm in his approach. So my thing is, a lot of people got chopped up. So if you sat on the sideline, you didn't lose any money. So that's a good thing. But if you took breakout trades like Target, Lowe's, and things like that, you made money last week. But my thing is, ladies and gentlemen, most important of all, take your setup, take your trade. Don't force the trade. And I agree with Strat Shoulder. Please do not double down, triple down. Because at the end of the day, you're putting yourself in a bigger hole. And if it's a losing trade, just cut the trade. So hopefully everybody paying attention to the charts and to the news and you tying them in together so you can be successful. Remember, you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades away from being a successful trader. A lot of things happen in this market. There's a lot of analysis, fundamentals, but it's also a lot of luck that got to do with it. A lot of people lucked up on the video when the video was running a couple years ago and also into this year. So my thing is just be patient. Just be patient. And this week, we do have a lot of events that's going to be popping off. So I want you guys to pay close attention to it. We are closing out the month. September usually the most bloodiest month of the year. We'll see if they keep true to trend, or we'll see if they actually change the tide.
Yeah. Heck yeah, that was awesome. There's your market news. I wasn't even expecting that. That's awesome. There's your market news. Yeah, it was Jay Powell's trying really hard not to rock the boat too much. That Bob Marley song, "Don't Rock the Boat." Don't rock my boat. He yeah, Jay Powell's just I think it was 3 4 years ago he got on the mic at Jackson Hole and he made that market drop like 28 points in one day. and I think he's trying real hard not to never ever do that again. You ever do something on the job and you're just like, the boss is looking at you and your coworkers are looking at you and they're like, don't you ever do that again. That's what they did to him. So he's shy. He's definitely gun shy when he gets on that mic. I tell you what. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Powerman Assets. Go check them out. Go check them out. They do trade fundamentals and all that stuff, and that's good. That's good. Pay attention to that market news. Anybody else want to say good morning? Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Uh-oh, Angie's in the house. What's up?
Hey, how you been?
Good. Just sitting in UVXY waiting for this thing to go to the lows.
Okay. So yeah, I just popped in and you were talking about, like taking small losses, small profits or small losses. And you and I both know I don't have a problem with taking my, my 50 cents, my little money and taking profits on it. This week that was for me, that was Moderna. I literally made 10 pounds on that, which then converts to about 13 to 14, $15. I was actually in longs, and then I saw that it started wicking and rejecting a level on the 2 week and forming a shooter on the weekly. And what it looked like was also forming the upper wick on the 3 week chart. So I got out of there, and then it was just bloody on Thursday, and it was a lot. It went down by a lot. So I actually flipped short, and then so I took my profits um, that I had the longs. I was short on, then I flipped short, and then I'm sitting pretty green. So if you know what you're doing and you know what you're looking at, and you know that you need to get out, just get out. And if you feel like, oh, I don't want to get out because I'm missing the move or it may turn against me or whatever, just flip short. And then if it works out, if it doesn't, then, but you obviously need to know what you're doing. Another thing I wanted to say is that some of, people, um, y'all need to stop going to options and turning to futures and then trying to go on to, like these funded accounts and stuff, especially if you do not have a proper trading plan in place. I've had some communications over the last 2 3 weeks, and what I'm noticing is that a lot of people don't have a system in place to even trade properly with just regular shares, or just know how to swing trade or hold through the trade, or at least have an idea. Okay, this is where I'm getting in. This is where my stop
Hey,
loss
if
is.
anybody talking, I can't hear them.
Oh, sorry about that. I got some kids screaming in the background. My bad. Go ahead.
No, you okay? You okay? I got 7 kids, man, so I understand the ruckus. So a lot of things that I've been noticing in the market, and I think a lot of people probably haven't been paying close attention to it, because a lot of traders really trade a lot of ETFs, but I don't think they really do their homework to go inside the ETF and break down the top 10, the top 15, sometimes top 25 companies, and see why the ETF is actually dumping, or see why the ETF is actually running. So what I noticed over the last couple of weeks, individual stocks have been running. So my thing is, people should have had switched their emphasis on individual stocks instead of just trading ETFs. So this week, what I noticed, SOXL, that's semiconductor. When it comes to chips, it had a crazy day where it dropped. I think it was Thursday, but leading to Friday, majority of the top 10 to 15 companies inside there recovered. So it was an opportunity to trade SOXL yesterday, and also individual stocks inside of like AMD and things like that. And Intel was actually a good trade yesterday as well. So my thing is, when the ETFs is not moving, they sluggish. You have to actually switch your focus to individual stocks. Not saying trade all individual stocks. I like any individual stock that's over 10 billion. So my thing is, pay close attention to the market, y'all, because I think a lot of people are just giving away money. We're not in the market to give away money. We're in the market to actually make money.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. Very, very good. Very good. Yes. Very good. Yeah, I agree with Angie. You got to have a trading system. You got to have a trading system. And if you don't have a system that you're confident in, it doesn't matter what kind of instrument you're using, you're going to get chopped up. And then, Yeah. I like so what I show up with the strat is trading those simultaneous breaks. So if SMH shaking my head, the semiconductors ETF is moving to the highs, I'm going down anything else in that ETF doing the same thing. So if Nvidia, MU, AMD, other things are doing the same thing, I'm going to work those. That way I have 5 winning positions as opposed to 1 or 2. So we got a lot of people out here looking at individual names like a Roblox. Okay, well, what sector's Roblox in? I don't know, right? So go to retail and find stuff that's all doing the same thing. Like XLP going to the highs. XLP, I'm pretty sure is all-time highs. I'll have to look at it on the weekend shift here in just a few minutes.
Man, I think Strat Soldier, I think what a lot of people more or less not doing is going look to them sectors.
Yeah.
You know, and I say this here, because
What's up, Sal? What's up, man? Good
yeah,
morning.
this
Good morning, Sal. Good morning. Good morning. I knew it. I saw that. I heard that
good
southern
morning.
drawl. I was like, wait a minute, that's Sal.
I, I think more or less what a lot of people are doing is noticing what a lot of other people, I'm gonna say, on these Twitter streets or Discord, etc., etc. They trade the tickers, but they don't know what the sector is doing, and then when they get their ass cooked, like, man, rug pull or whatever.
Yeah.
This a morning show.
know,
This a
and,
family show, Sal.
hey, what's wrong with this? Hey, you're not okay. You want to talk your crap? This is a United States of America. Sure, now,
We're good morning. We are here. Good morning, everybody. Go ahead, Sal.
I think they need to chart the sectors more so than the
Mm-hmm.
tickers. You know, and I noticed this. No matter how many times you tell people to do it, I guess they like, man, I ain't doing that shit, or they don't understand, or what for whatever reason. But it's like, if SMH is got a 312 on a weekly or 6 day or two, whatever time frame you're looking at, it's gonna be 3 or 4 tickers out there correlating sector that does the same thing. And when you have multiple confluences off of them time frames saying pointing to one thing, you have a higher probability of hitting that ticker or sector or whatever.
Yep.
And then sometimes I'm gonna say this here, it's like 4 guys that I talk to on the weekends or whatever that's in my group, and pretty dope traders, man. What you see on the weekend, that's generally what's gonna happen. But for whatever, like I'm gonna say a Tuesday or something or Wednesday or something like that, you'll get shook out of what your weekend thoughts was. I only realize it's coming back to that thing. So it's realizing and understanding the manipulation that's in the market as well. And this is with, I know this is a strat dominant conversation, but this just, whatever I'm gonna say strategy you are using. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to be
No.
disrespectful or nothing like
Good.
that. You know.
You're good. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, and you're right. Yeah, we got to look down them sectors, and that's what we're going to do on the weekend shift. That's what we do every weekend. Look down them sectors. What's actually happening? We want to find
And,
actionable signals in them
and another
sectors. Go ahead.
and
Go
another
ahead.
thing, people.
I have found
Go ahead, Sal.
Oh,
I have found ALB, this past week, man, and a lot of people in my Discord they didn't even trade it. Man, that trade went over
wow.
160%. And I trade ALB and NUE quite a bit, so like every few months, it'll have like a hell of a run. And that's because, man, a lot of people they just like trading the same tickers over and over, where CRM, Nvidia, AVGO, your AMDs and stuff like that, and they truly not going, I'm gonna say, to the nitty gritty of tickers or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, Out of materials, I like the way that one look. Drive, the DRIV sector. XLY, I think, you know, I don't see nothing that's gonna stop it, from going to the highs and different things of this nature. I think ultimately we need to just keep on playing what we know is true, um, until proven otherwise.
That's
I
right.
think Let me add on. So I think a lot of people fail to realize that seasonality plays a big part of what's going on and what sector is rotating. Because when money left the tech, um, a lot of money went into utilities, energy. So my thing is just follow the setup on Warren Buffett and what they do when they rotate money. So when he took money outside of Apple, he rotated it. He continued to keep on pouring money to Occipital. So my thing is pay close attention to where the money is flowing because my whole thing is they set you up 1 or 2 quarters ahead of time before the market actually makes the actual move. Right? People say, "Oh, why would he sell 400 million shares of Apple? Why would he not sell 400 million shares of Apple if he know that a downturn is coming in the market and he's the largest holder of treasury bonds?" Right? So my thing is, you guys got to pay attention to where the money is going. And every day is going to be a trade. That don't mean you have to take that trade if it doesn't fit your personality and your setup.
Now, I'm gonna agree on that, but I'm gonna disagree in a little bit. I mean, as well because yeah, I mean, you can say is rotating, but also I view it as him simply taking his profits and putting into something else. And you know, y'all more than welcome to debate on that. You know, if y'all want to. I just feel that he's simply taking his profits and putting it into another sector or whatever. Because I don't see Apple going down or anything of that nature. But I do know that I agree with you on that. He owned the most TLTs. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Treasury bonds, like what you saying. Um, and also, I mean, what's wrong with playing puts? A lot of people can just play the upside to tickers, and they can't play the downside. I mean, as a trader, the best traders, in my opinion, who can play both sides, whether the market gapping up or gapping down. But everybody just want to be bulls. And let's be real. You're supposed to attack the weakest sectors and the weakest and the strongest of sectors. You can't just be one sided. And I know great traders on here, but when the market gaps down, then it's like they stuck like a deer in his headlights, and they can't. They just stuck literally. They don't know what to
Good
do.
point. Very good point. And then mostly, very good point. And also, I want to say with that, staying in cash is also a position. You know what I mean? That's also following the trend. I just like to open it up for everybody who doesn't. I do try to talk both sides. You're right, Sal. Good points. Very good points. I got 1 minute left, and I gotta go get over. I gotta get ready. I still gotta put my mic on. I gotta brush my hair. I gotta make sure. There ain't no boogers in my nose. I gotta get ready for this show. Thank
Yeah,
you so
quick
much for
question
everybody
before
being
you
on
go. Can
here
you hear me?
for the
Sorry,
weekends.
Jermaine,
The
can you hear
wake
me?
up call. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think a couple of weeks ago you were going to send
I just want to
some.
say, man, the work is done at nighttime. The work is done on the weekend, and the show's during the week. So my thing is get to it. I think a lot of people they think they can just wake up 10 to 15 minutes before the market and feel like they're the best in the world. No, you got to do the work behind closed doors because my whole thing it shows over time, right? It's not always about your P&L. It's also about your consistency and to determine who you are as a trader. Because at the end of the day, I know people that have made $1,100,000 last year, but they ain't making no money this year because they didn't put the work in, right? So you got to continue to keep putting the work in. And then my thing is continue to keep on growing. My thing is look at all the sectors like South said, there's 11 sectors, right? And if you want to dibble and dabble in other things, other ways that you can make money in this market. So no matter if it's going up, no matter if the market is going down, no matter if it's consolidated, there's always strategies to make money. So get to it. Just be patient with yourself. My thing is to continue to keep on growing every day.
Heck yeah. Hey, we got somebody that got cut off. I apologize. Very good points. I got to get out of here. I got to get on the weekend shift. I can't be late. Thank you so much for everybody jumping on the wake up call. This was awesome. This was fun. Go see me over on YouTube. Hit the link. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.